Hello, my name is Kundan Kafle, and today I'll be presenting a digital forensic report on one of the most significant retail cyber incidents in recent history of the modern world. So, we're talking about the Target's data breach of 2013. So, this report would offer a valuable insight into forensic investigation, attacker techniques, and lesson for further cyber defense. So today's code objective would be uh, today the main objective of this presentation would be to walk through on how digital forensics was used to investigate the target's data breach, and we'll explore the full timeline from the breach discovery to evidence gathering and analysis, and we would finish it with our conclusions and recommendations. Talking about Target's 2013's data breach. In late 2013, Target Corporation suffered a major data breach. Over 110 million customers' data and their credit card information was compromised. The attack occurred between November 27 and December 14th of 2013, which is a long time like compared to other data breaches. The breach originated when attackers compromised credentials for a third-party vendor, an HVAC company called Fazio Mechanical to be exact. Once inside, the attackers deployed Captoxa, or also known as BlackBoss, a memory scraping malware targeting the company's point of sale systems. And the investigation scope of this report would cover mostly about how it went from post terminals to corporate servers, to workstation logs and vendor access points, particularly Fazio Mechanical's network. This the the network diagram shows how unknown malware were like executed into the internal network of the company. The methodology used uh, are as follows. So we prepared, we identified, we collected, preserved, and we did analysis, reporting, and response support, all aligning with best practices in digital forensics. Talking about evidence collection and analysis. So evidence collection was meticulous and involved strict protocols. We used tools like Incase, FTK, and Volatility combined with write blocking devices to ensure data integrity. To maintain the chain of custody, SHA-256 hash values were generated and verified throughout the process. The collected evidence included forensic images of compromised post systems and servers, the RAM dumps of the post systems and servers, the network logs, firewall, DNS, SIEM, and packet captures, and most importantly, samples of the black black box malware with related artifacts. Talking about the findings, talking about the findings of the attack, the initial entry happened when attackers told uh, and employees that worked in Fazio Mechanical, and they, due to the poor network segmentation, they moved from the vendor section into the main environment of the company. The payload execution was done on post terminals when it where it scraped data directly from the memory of the post systems. The stolen data was first staged internally, then transferred to attacker controlled servers. Uh, and also talking about missed alerts. Alarms raised by FireEye and other security tools were unfortunately ignored by Target's SOC, prolonging its data breach. Talking about Black Post malware. Black Post is a special memory scraping malware which checks the data and packets from the memory. It actually scanned post memory for credit card track data, both both track one and track two. To analyze it, we use IDA Pro, Grida and Ghidra and Wireshark, performing both static and dynamic reverse engineering. The Maoist job was simple but devastating. Collected card data and sent it out to the network. Causes of the breach. The main causes of the breach were weak vendor security and inadequate monitoring. So the third all of the third party vendors should be inside a different network or a different VLAN. There was no network segmentation, allowing lateral movement from like less secure systems to critical units. The post system lacked a point-to-point encryption, and they were open to malware. The targets team ignored like key alerts, missing an opportunity to stop the attack early. There was also a vulnerability in Adobe Cold Fusion, CVE 2013 0343, which may have been used to exploit, although this wasn't completely confirmed. Talking about the recommendation on how Target could have prevented the breach, they should have strength, they should have a critical monitoring, and with their vendor access, they could have initiate a employ like a multi-factor authentication, limited privileges, and network isolation. They should enforce they should have enforced a strict segmentation between network zones, especially isolating post systems. They should also adopt advanced endpoint protection like EDR, application whitelisting, and file integrity monitoring (FIM). They should also uh, accelerate the adoption of P2PE and tokenization of payment systems instead of keeping the whole card details of a customer. They should also work on improving SIEM rules, alert escalation, and analyst empowerment. They should have conducted an incident report drills and regular patching and penetration testing of their servers and their network. Talk, they should have used strong identity controls when it comes to password, MFA, and role-based access. The conclusion of this whole report is that the breach happened due to poor third-party security, flat network architecture, and vulnerable devices and weak alert responses. Because this was a turning point, it emphasized the need for defense in depth, better vendor management, and strong forensic capability. The lessons learned from Target breach reshaped cybersecurity practices globally. All the companies were now serious about what they were doing and how can they secure their networks. So this is all what I wanted to say. Thank you.